Hi, Caleb with Brownells here, and in today's product spotlight, I wanted to take a look at the Geissele MK18 Handguard. So, I'll tell you kind of why I came about looking for this handguard, how I discovered it. It's been out for a while, but honestly, I didn't even know it existed. So I'm super excited to share with you why I think it's so awesome. So here's what I was doing. I was going to build like an SPR-type AR-15, which we'll do that video in the near future using this handguard. And I was going to do something with an 18-inch barrel, and I wanted a handguard that was like 16 inches or longer, right? But I also was trying to find something with ARCA rail built onto it. I didn't even think that existed, okay? So here's the deal. This is an ARCA rail. This rail that goes all the way along the bottom of this handguard. And with ARCA rail, you can attach this to a tripod. You can attach bipods. Super easy to do, very fast. And here's the thing though. If you attach like pieces of ARCA rail to a standard AR-15 handguard, which you can do, when you attach a bipod, you attach a bipod in the front, right? When you put it on a tripod, it's better to have the tripod back here so that everything's balanced. So you either end up having to add a super long ARCA rail to your non-ARCA handguard, which is, it's doable, but it doesn't flow as smooth as this one does. Or you have to put two short sections on there, which is kind of frustrating in itself, honestly. You have more things to come loose, all that stuff, you know, whatever. But if you have something with a full-length ARCA rail on it, honestly, I could put a bipod on here, I could leave the bipod on, and I can stick this thing on the tripod and not have to worry about anything. Nothing coming loose because it's all machined to the handguard. So that was how I discovered this thing. And then I found out it existed. I was super excited. And I don't think Geissele produces as many of these as they do the rest of their handguards, because it took me a while to get it, alright, but I got it. So we're going to build an SPR type gun on it. It's going to be awesome. So let's talk about the handguard itself. Some more really cool features of this handguard. So whenever it comes to the materials your handguards are made out of, I'd say 98, if not 99% of the AR-15 handguards on the market are made out of 6000 series aluminum, because it's easier to work with, it's easier to make extrusions from, all that stuff. It's also cheaper to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of great handguards made on 6000 series aluminum. But this one's made on 7000 series aluminum, which is way stronger. And this is just it's just a beefy handguard. If you look at this, you have a ton of material right down here where this ARCA rail is. And it's just it's probably the most rigid handguard I've ever felt because of that. Like, there's no way this thing's flexing. It has a long barrel nut on it to add even more stability there, so that's nice. This is probably, I don't know, I can't wait to get a bipod on this thing and bang it around and really see how good it holds up. So we're going to be building on this. So obviously you have M-LOK rails across the sides and the bottom of the ARCA. You have M-LOK. So just because there's ARCA there doesn't mean you can't put M-LOK stuff on there. You still can do that. So didn't delete any features by adding that feature. You got some reinforced QD studs here, which, I mean, that's nice. Some people prefer to have their QD out front. I'm not really one of those people. I like it kind of closer back to the receiver, so this is going to be perfect for me. If I do add one, it'll probably be somewhere midway. I don't know. We'll see once we get the gun built, see how it vibes, and go from there. So Geissele barrel nut, all that stuff you would expect from Geissele. Nothing out of the ordinary there. The biggest thing that like kind of caught me off guard was the 7000 series aluminum, which Geissele does a lot of, by the way, but this wasn't one that I'm expecting. So yeah, this is the MK18 handguard from Geissele. This one, I don't know if I mentioned it, but it is 16.5 inches, which most of your rifle length handguards are probably right around 15 inches. So we're going to be using this one with an 18-inch barrel, as I mentioned before. And I can't wait to do the build, so we'll jump into that sometime in the near future. And like I said, that's the Mark 18 handguard from Geissele. If you have any questions or comments, you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to post them down below. If you're watching this on the website, that's awesome too. And if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call on the tech line. We'll be happy to help you out. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.